So based on all the articles that I've been reading, all the experts and gurus that I've been listening to, I have been told that the recession is real. And some people who are in high places are saying the recession is officially here. Now, whether you believe in the recession or not, here's what I want you to understand. 14 years ago in 2008, when that recession hit, I wasn't prepared. And I felt the pain of what was taking place, especially because my wife and I were a two-person real estate team. And one of the things I can remember vividly, I told my wife then, I didn't know how I was gonna pull it off. I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I told my wife then, I said, I'll never be in this position again where I'm not prepared for what's happening right now. Here's what I know. There are people 14 years ago during that recession that lost everything. I know personally. There are people who gained everything. I know personally. So there are people who didn't lose a whole lot or gain a whole lot, but they remained the same. But I knew some of the greatest opportunities that mankind has ever seized were opportunities that came during times like recessions. And so even though we saw something very similar 2 years ago in 2020, when the pandemic hit its height, we were quarantined as a world, and it just created this whole new economic infrastructure where people were moving differently, people were working remotely, and we still see a lot of that going on today. But it's not like what we're seeing right now. It's probably even worse because of the amount of money that's been dumped into the market, the amount of waste that we've seen happen. And it's not about political views that I'm concerned with right now. It's about you putting yourself at play, putting yourself in the perfect position to become recession proof. Now, how do you know if you are not recession proof? Well, studies already show, even before the recession, even before the pandemic, even when there's no economic uncertainty, studies show that 7 out of 10 American adults don't even have $1,000 saved. So if you're an American, if you don't have at least $1,000 saved that you don't have to touch at all, that means you're not recession proof, because you just can't afford for anything out of the ordinary to happen. You can't even afford for like the alternator to go bad and 2 tires to blow out. You just can't afford it, not even with $1,000 saved. But 7 out of 10 people don't even have that. So that means most people don't even have maybe 500 or anything, okay? Here's the second survey and study that has been done. Entrepreneurs and business owners, people who own LLCs, whether you work a job and have a LLC or a side hustle, the average solopreneur, entrepreneur, small business owner, the average 6, 7, or 8 out of 10 business owners, entrepreneurs, don't even break even. So that means if you work a job and you own a business, your business may not even be making enough money to pay you or even to pay itself. You may have to finance your business. That would mean, as a solopreneur, as an independent contractor, as a network marketer, as a real estate agent, or as any type of freelancer or small business owner, that would mean you are not recession proof. How do you become recession proof? Well, I believe one way to become recession proof is, it's kind of like two sides to this, is to change your mindset and change your skill set. So your mindset has to be changed, and then your skill set has to be changed. So what am I changing then? If I'm changing my mindset and I'm changing my skill set, what am I changing it on? Here's what you're changing it on. Your money, you're changing it on people, and you're changing it on business. So you got to change your mindset and your skill set about money. You got to start thinking like a millionaire. You got to start working and learning and studying and putting forth efforts like you're looking to become a millionaire. Because if you start learning on a level of a millionaire and you start thinking on a level of a millionaire and your targets are that of a millionaire, even if you're 90% off, even if you fail 90%, well, 10% of $1 million is still 100 grand. Like, we so underestimate and undercalculate what our financial targets should be, because we have the wrong mindset and skill set about money. Also, your skill set and mindset about money is about you learning how to sell, how to generate leads, how to give presentations, how to sell products and services, how to maximize your time. This is all about changing your mindset and your skill set about money. How do you do that? With people. You got to stop looking at people as the enemy. You got to stop having this I got haters mentality. People have everything you want and you need. You have to have relationships with people. There are almost 8 billion people on this planet. Someone has something you want and something you need. Somebody can get you in a door, but you got to be willing to have relationships with people. You got to get better at communicating. You got to have the right attitude. You can't be all emotional and get offended by everything. You got to be willing to accept that people might be different, but they may not necessarily be wrong. You got to learn how to talk. You got to learn how to stand in front of people, look people eye to eye, shake hands, and you got to be free and transparent to really give people who you really are. That's how you change your mindset and your skill set about people. How do you do it about business? Well, you got to understand, just because you're good at a craft don't mean you're good at building a business. I know people right now, they're good at landscape. They're good at washing cars. They're good at cleaning windows, cleaning apartments. They're good at building stuff. They're good at fixing houses. They're good at real estate. They're good at marketing. They're good at speaking. They're good at teaching. They're good at all these things, but none of that means you're good at business. Business is a whole nother skill set you have to learn. You got to learn about systems and processes and procedures and policies and core values and mission and vision and operational logistics and customer service. These are all the mindsets and skill sets that you got to learn about that. If you can put yourself in position right now to change your mindset and your skill set and get good at those things, money, people, and business, I promise you'll become recession proof.